And that means that, well, twice a month anyway, it's time for another crafty chat. Tea in my crafty mug. So be sure to grab your craft of choice and your beverage of choice. I'm going for a tea because I'm British and it's always tea drinking weather. Even if I am very warm, and I do have a fan because like the rest of the world it's very warm at the moment. But there is a storm forecast today, so that should make things a bit better. Like I said, my name is Hannah. I'm coming at you today for the very last time, for now, from Frankfurt in Germany. That is right. I don't think I'm going to have another podcast from here. I might do. I'm technically scheduled to have one more, but I'm in Estonia when that's meant to happen, so I might have to have a bit of a break, or I can do it when I get back. We'll see. I'm not making promises, but it's potentially my last one from Frankfurt, Germany, as I'm moving back to the UK in a few weeks, which is very sad. As you can see, things, well, you can't see. I've kept this quite busy, but this is actually completely empty now because I'm packing. So that's fun. Welcome, thank you so much for watching. If it's your first time watching, hi there, nice to meet you. Feel free to hit that subscribe button if that's something you're interested in. I post a podcast every other week. If you're not interested, I won't take offense, that's okay. If you are coming back, thanks. Thanks for, you know, sticking with me, putting up with me a little bit. Much appreciated. If you'd like to follow me on social media, you can do. Links will all be in the description box below, as well as a link to the Ravelry group. And in there you will find very extensive podcast notes, because I'm very extensive when I do podcast notes, basically. Also in there you will find a chatter thread for the knit along that I'm currently co-hosting with the wonderful Becky of the Stringing It Together podcast. We are doing a Stephen West knit along called the Keep Knitting Kitten Cal. I've already finished mine. You have till the 1st of July, although Becky and I need to discuss that because I'm off to Estonia on the 1st of July. She's flying out to the States on the 7th of July, and that's the day I fly back. And she's gone for 3 weeks, therefore I won't be seeing her again. So we need to discuss that. We might have to draw on the 30th or something. But I'll keep you posted on social media as and when I know. But yes, it's a knit along where you knit a Stephen West pattern. And if you do a very dramatic Stephen West-esque photo, which Becky and I are definitely going to do a photo shoot, which I'm really excited for, then yeah. You have the potential to get a special prize. So be sure to be as flamboyant as you can be. Pretty sure I just pulled something then. I'm a whip short. I'm a whip short. Today's going to be quite a short podcast. I'm in a bit of a knitting funk. It happens to the best of us. Yeah. I'm just not really inspired to knit anything in particular. I've got jumpers I really want to knit, but I want to try and lose a bit of weight for before I knit them. So that's actually happening because I lost quite a bit of weight to start with from last June until maybe about March. I lost 2 stone and then I put a stone back on, so now I feel a bit gross. But it's coming off again, so that's good. It's amazing how stress and your emotional state can really affect you. I'm sorry if this is annoying, but it's so warm. But it's not even just warm, it's because it's humid. Because, like I said, a storm is a-coming. Storms are coming. So yeah, it's going to be quite a short one because I haven't actually been knitting on that much. So I finished these socks for Mario. Itchy nose. And I know they're too short in the foot for him, even though I tried them on him and they were at the right decrease point, because I only use 50 grams and he has bigger feet than me and I only use 50 grams. So I'm not quite sure, as in of the main colour, so I'm not quite sure what happened there, but that's fine, we'll just have to stretch them. They go on his feet, so it's just a standard vanilla sock. 72 stitches, German twisted cast on, fish lips kiss heel. I think that might be my last time doing the fish lips kiss heel. I don't like it. I'm going back to the new depths heel, and that's that. The yarn I used is from Aldi. It is Fendita Sockenwolle in the colour 123. So Mario and I can now have matching socks like the super romantic couple that we are. So yes, those are done. Put them to one side. Yeah, I struggled to finish those. I couldn't be bothered to knit them. So we watched Critical Role a couple of days ago, which is where people play Dungeons and Dragons online. And I just knit them and just went blah, blah, blah. Bit obsessed with Critical Role at the moment, have been for a while to be fair, but it's because our Dungeons and Dragons game has come to an end and I won't be playing again until I get back. So yeah, sorry, there were postmen having a chat outside. I feel like I should shut my window. I might just do that, excuse me. Very distracted today. Oh, do you like the hair? I tried something a bit new, gave myself a beehive. Took far longer than it did when I played around and did it just a test one. But quite like it. I think I'm going to try and whip this out a bit more because it's a complete mess here. But you cover it with a bandana and then nobody knows how much of a mess it is and everyone just thinks I'm so sophisticated. But I'm not. Whips and hose. Do you like my fan, by the way? From Spain. My parents bought it for me, brought it back from Spain for me, and I didn't use it for ages because I was worried about what other people thought of me, but now I'm older and I don't actually care. And I was stood in the post office waiting to buy stamps so I could post people's Etsy orders for over half an hour because it was a really long queue and they didn't have enough people on, but Germans don't mind waiting, so I had to stand in a queue in a very hot post office with a very smelly man behind me who stood far too close to me. And yeah, I was just cash fanning myself. But yeah, if I'm stood there and your backpack my backpack touches you when I'm wearing my backpack, you're too close to me. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Anyway, whips and hose. I have been working on my Cozy Memories blanket, but I packed it because I didn't think. Full stop. I just didn't think. And this past weekend we went on a bit of a road trip. We went to Baden-Baden, so good they named it twice, Freiburg, which is where I went to university a few years ago and loved it. And then we went across to France and went to Colmar, which sounds very German because it's in Alsace. And the postman is still there and they're walking this way. This is going to be another one where I get a package. No, it isn't. How disappointing. And then we went to, where did we go to after Colmar? Oh, it's a very small town called Récuire. And then we went on to Strasbourg. So, lots of driving. But it was too warm. But I knit a sock. It's going to be an afterthought. And I'm actually going to knit the heel in the right place. Because I wanted to do a new depth heel. But the only place I have that pattern is on my tablet because I haven't printed it out because I don't have a printer. And I couldn't find my tablet charger, which I've now found. Didn't want to take my tablet with me and I didn't want to be reading because I knew that I'd be sat right in the back of a 7-seater car. All of the excuses. So I thought I'm going to give Afterthought Heels another go. These I'm using 2.25mm needles with 64 stitches, a bit different to my other ones where I used a 2.5 and 60 stitches. I'm using Anne and Carlos design line in Regia, and this is colour 03765, which I think is called the Island colourway. I love them. They are fun to knit. The annoying thing that I find about buying a 100-gram ball of yarn, because I know that I can get it out of 50 grams of yarn, as in a sock, is that I end up with, as in if I do heels, cuffs and toes in a contrast, is that I end up with around 60 grams of yarn. So I might just knit someone a short pair of socks because I don't want 2 pairs of socks the same colour. And I'm just using some Fendita yarn, which is once again the Aldi yarn, and I have a feeling this is in colour 01. It's just a cream. I need to buy some more cream before we leave. And I'm just keeping that in my Exploding TARDIS bag, which was from the fantastic Bernadette. She sewed herself a dress in this fantastic fabric, and she made me a bag in it, and I think it's one of my faves. One of my faves. Oh my goodness, Bernadette, the skirt that you wore in your last podcast, she's a co-host of the Wet Coast Wolves podcast, And the skirt that she wore was once again a TARDIS skirt, but different print. Fantastic. Bernadette, I love your style. I wish I had it for myself. But yes, this is my second sock. I cast it on yesterday. After I finished Mario's sock, I cast this on. German Twisted cast on, which is my cast on du choix for a sock. And yeah, I'll be knitting on this for social events that are happening this weekend. And the final thing that I picked up yesterday and haven't picked up before yesterday, therefore I haven't knit too much on it, but thought I'd want to show you anyway, is my market bag. And I'm keeping that in this cute little pug bag that my friend Virginia made. Virginia, Becky and I all have matchy project bags, and it's really cool because we're the coolest kids of them all. So now we've got 2 project bags that are matchy because we're the knitting triplets, clearly. So yeah, I am knitting a market bag out of some cotton that I bought initially for a sock and then decided not to knit a sock. So that's where I am. Not very far. Need to keep going. This is in Meilenweit Lana Grossa in Solo Coton, Sombrero, 87% cotton, 13% polyester in the colour 3001. But it's really fun because it's black, but with all these fun jazzy colours in it, so a bit obsessed, kind of enjoy. Wish I had the right needle size, but I don't. I think I need a 6mm and the biggest I have is a 5mm. So when I get back to the UK, I'm going to have to stock up on larger needle sizes because I don't have them. I've got them in straights because my grandma gifted me a roll of straight needles when she heard that I was into knitting. Bless her. But I don't have them in my interchangeable circulars, which is what I quite like to use. And I packed my interchangeable circulars, which was stupid. Well, before Becky rudely interrupted me, no, it's fine. It's okay, Becky, I don't mind. She did apologise profusely. Yeah, I packed my needles away, which is stupid, because there's a new pattern being released today by Amy Apple, and she designed like rockabilly style patterns, knit patterns, and I'm a fan of that, in case you couldn't tell. So I really want to knit it, even though I don't even know what it is, but it's a one skein project and I have the perfect skein. So I'm gonna give it a whirl. I think it's some kind of headwear. I like headwear. So yeah, this is happening slowly but surely. That is the Girlfriend Market Bag by Laura Spradlin. Because I forgot to say. But yeah, I'm using a 5mm needle instead of the recommended 6mm needle because it's the largest size that I have. And I got this cute little stitch marker to mark the end of my round that I got from Claire of Beautiful Things. So thank you. But yeah, I've packed stuff away and it's really sad. But I tell you what isn't sad. I have dyed more yarn. I have one skein left that I need to dye and I know exactly what I'm going to do with it. But we have a flat inspection today, so I didn't really want the house to smell like wet sheep. So, hasn't happened yet. But I dyed more yarn. I did this a couple of weeks ago. Fab green colour. You know how I said I wasn't very good at mixing colours? Well, I mixed this green colour, so I clearly lie. Mario said he wanted green socks. So I mixed together a lot of yellow and a bit of blue because I didn't want it to go too swampy. So it's quite vibrant. And then I'm part of a group on Facebook where it gives dye tips, and it's not a place for you to promote your business, but it's just a place to, you know, post about tips that you have. And someone in there had posted about how you dip, well, she said a skewer, but it's actually meant to be a chopstick, but whatever. I just had really miniature skewers because I only have small amounts of dye because I didn't buy too much. But you dip dip the skewer in water, you wipe off the excess, then you dip it in the dye powder, then you like stick it in the yarn when it's in the pot, and then it takes it up. So I did that. And it's kind of fun. So that was a bit blue and a bit more blue. And then I also tried speckling, so I sprinkled on some blue and a bit of yellow, but you can't really see the yellow because it's a lighter colour. And I also put the smallest amount of brown on, which kind of went this nice rust orange colour, but I was terrified that it would make the whole thing murky. So I didn't want to put too much brown on it. I have to reskein this, and I'm awful at reskeining things. Whoop. Whoop. But yeah, this one doesn't have a name. The excitement of making labels and stuff wore off. It hasn't worn off, I just didn't think of a name. Because these are going to be socks for Mario, I think. And I went to buy some more yarn so I could dye some more yarn. And the company I got it from, it's sold out and it's not coming back in stock to the end of June. So there's no point buying it till I move back to England. And then I have this other skein of yarn, which is what I'm going to knit that pattern that's coming out today in, I think. And it's just a real nice blue colour. So I just mix the blue with some water in a pot. And then I, oh, I'm going to flatten my ear. In a pot, and then I poured it in the big pot and then added the yarn, and then I did the dippy doodah thing with blue and a bit of black, and it's really cool. It's just kind of, it's just cool with this, with the whole speckly thing. So yeah, I think this is what I want to make that, because Casey Mora, Casey Mora's Musings, I think is what her podcast is called, is going to be doing a knit along for it. So I really wanted to take part, because apparently it's good for travel knitting, and I'm off to Estonia next week. So yeah, I can't believe how quickly time is flying. It's actually making me feel a bit sick. But we potentially have a house sorted, so that's life stuff. So that's not what you're here for. Boop, boop, boop. That was awful. It's just too warm. I'm sticking to the yarn. I don't understand how people do it. I haven't even had any tea. So I'm having an Etsy update tomorrow. For those of you who watch other podcasts such as the Grocery Girls, you'll see that my stitch markers were on there. I messaged Tracy and I asked if I could send a prize for their sock bash, Cal, and she said of course, and then said the sweetest things about my stitch markers. And so I've been inundated with messages on Etsy and people asking when things are going to be back in stock. So I've been beating my wee hands off since I got back on Sunday. We have a few new things. First off, the big new thing that we have are these new clasps that I'm using for stitch markers now. They're actually lever back earring wires. So ordinarily that part goes through your ear, and then you clip them on so you can wear earrings. But that's not what I'm doing with these. I personally find them better to use than like the lobster clasp ones, and I don't know why I didn't switch over before, but I found that of all of the stitch markers that I have, the ones I use the most are the ones with these lever back earring wires. So because you can use them as like a end of round guide as well, which is what I'm doing with this one here, which also uses one of those lever back earring wires, that's why I prefer them. They're a bit more versatile. So I am planning on beading a bit more today. I just need to finish tidying and cleaning the flat ready for later, but I do intend on doing some more, and because I'm using all new earring wires, it means I have to photograph everything all over again. So we have some old faves. We have our pastel rainbow sheepies. I suppose I could show you all the sheep at once, couldn't I? Come on, Hannah, get a ruddy grip. Every time I do this, I'm bad at showing stitch markers. Now one at a time's easier. Pastel rainbow sheep with grey head and feet. And then now I'm introducing a bright rainbow sheep. It's Pride Month, you know, like, you know, gotta get in on this. Normal sheep. Not that the other sheep are abnormal, but just like a black and white sheep. Let's do that then. We have the grey cat, which sold so quickly, and that really surprised me. Oh, it is a bit bent. Here we go. It really surprised me how quickly that sold, because you never know with new things. So I decided to introduce a black and white cat. Little orange eyes, which is super cute. We have teapots. So I was messaged on Twitter and asked if I could make design a teapot necklace. So I designed a teapot, and then turns out thought, oh, that's a real good stitch marker for someone whose logo is a teacup. So that's happened. We have watermelon socks, which are a Firm family fave. I don't know why family fave, but a Firm fave. And along with that, we have some, things get buried, metallic purple sockies with mint. It's mint and purple, because when I knit my exploration station, my favourite section is the mint and purple bit, so I was just like, you know what, those colours go real well together. Then I decided to make some grey, black and yellow. They're a little bit Hufflepuff. They also reminded me of like old school pencils. I say old school pencils like I don't still use them. I definitely do. What else we got? We got some more sloths with wee flower crowns. Cute. And the flower crowns are all the same colour for all of them, just for a wee bit of consistency. And then we have these super cute ladybirds that I might have to make myself a pair of earrings of, if you focus. Just because I really like them, they're really cute. And then I think the last thing we have, maybe not, I think there might be one more actually, got these little bumblebees. And then the last thing we have is this pink unicorn, which I don't think I showed. But I do intend on making some more socks and hopefully some more unicorns today. I just need to completely clean and tidy and pack away everything in the flat. And edit and upload this and vacuum and put the dishwasher on and unpack the dishwasher and all of that stuff. Because this will be my last update for sure from, well, for a few weeks. Like I said, next week we're off to Estonia, so I'm not going to be able to package and send things then. So, and then I'm moving back to England, so I'm not going to be able to package and post things then. So this is my last update from Germany until I get settled into my new place and I have internet and furniture. And yeah. And then I've already got some stuff still in the shop if you're interested. See, I'm so organised. Look, to list for stitch markers for sale. So classy keeping them in little bags like that. But I tell you why I keep them in bags like this. It's because all metal tarnishes. Fact. Doesn't matter what metal you use, it will tarnish. And it will tarnish due to, well, I'm sure there are some exceptions, but most jewellery that is used, most metal that's used for jewellery making tarnishes, even precious metals. So the thing that makes it tarnish is dampness, so like moisture and perfume and the air. So I have a stitch marker that's been sat on my beading tray, which isn't around, and that has tarnished. But the ones that I keep in my bag, I just have a little notions pouch. It's not a resealable bag like this, but it's out of light, it's out of the air, it's just a little felted thing. Stops them tarnishing. So I keep them in here, in one of these, so not too much air can get to them, and so they can't be too affected by the environment, so they won't tarnish before they get to you. So yes, like I said, this update will be tomorrow in my Etsy shop. Link is in the description box below if you are interested. There are a variety of prices and shipping is really cheap from Germany, so make the most of it while you can before I move back to the UK and will probably have to up my shipping prices because England isn't quite as generous. No, I don't know what the word is. Their shipping's more expensive anyway. So make the most of it, and they will all be shipped on Monday, and then come Monday, Etsy shop in holiday mode. So you got this weekend basically, so enjoy. And I will open it back up again, like I say, when I've settled in. Speaking of settling in, moving on to life stuff, let me grab this market bag that I need to knit. Because I've been knitting this for ages now, it feels like forever. I am moving back to the UK. I'm moving back to the Midlands, moving to Nottingham, which is where I moved from to here. So a few of my people, a few of the people that have been subscribed to my channel for a while, you will already know this, that I used to live in Nottingham. And so I'm going to be moving back there. Our flight is on the 13th of July. We have a house kind of almost lined up. We just need to hear back from the landlord and hear that, you know, we've got the okay, and then we can arrange for boxes to be shipped back. I've already packed 3 boxes, clothes, yarn, and this craft chest. And I've also chucked out a lot of clothes, yarn, and craft chest. And when I say I've chucked out a lot of yarn, I'm new to knitting, I'm new to indie dyed yarn. I am not new to yarn crafts, I suppose. I crocheted for many, many years, and I got a lot of really cheap acrylic yarn, and people gave me a lot of really cheap acrylic yarn, like worse quality acrylic yarn than I like to use. So I'm not slagging off acrylic yarn, I love the stuff, but some of the yarn that I ended up having in my collection didn't meet up to my standards. It was too scratchy. I was never going to use it for anything, so it went in the bin, which I know is wasteful, but I didn't know where else I could put it. So yeah, we have a house potentially lined up in Nottingham, which is really exciting. And then Mario and I will be moving back and heavily looking for jobs. Unless a miracle happens with my Etsy shop, but I highly doubt that will happen. So I will be heavily looking for a job, because Mario is having a career change from teaching, which I'm very excited about for him. So this past weekend, like I said, we went on a little road trip and I did film a vlog. Unfortunately, I haven't had time to edit the vlog because I've been making these wee things. So they may look small and they may look like they're easy. Well, I don't know if they look like they're easy to make, but they are time consuming. So yeah, this bag was empty. This bag was empty on Sunday, and now look at it. Woo, it's got so much in it. But there is a vlog to follow. So yeah. I hope that you enjoyed the podcast. I'm really sorry that it's so short today. I don't have an excuse. I've just not had knitting mojo, and that is okay. Also, I'm slightly concerned about how I'm going to get my plants shipped back to the UK without them going everywhere. Oh well. Got some exciting plans coming up for the next few weeks. It's the end of school, off to Estonia, do all the things. Be really sad when I get back because I won't be able to see Becky anymore. And yeah, fun times. If you did happen to enjoy this video, thank you so much. I'm glad that you did. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button just below this video. It doesn't give me any money or anything. It just helps to get my video out there and seen by other people. Plus it lets me know that you enjoyed it, and that's always a nice bit of feedback to get. Yeah. Also feel free to leave any comments down below. I like to answer them when I can, which is usually quite frequently. Feel free to check out the Ravelry group. Link is in the description box, as well as all my social media information. Oh, so satisfying to do that. And link to my Etsy shop is also in the description box, so feel free to stop on over to there and favourite the shop and whatnot. And if you subscribe to me on Instagram, then that is the first place I post when I do an update. Feel free to subscribe to this channel if that's something you're interested in. I try to upload a video every other week. Well, I try to upload a video, yeah, every other week, basically. I used to do frequent craft tutorials, but I kind of got out of the funk of that. I don't know what's changed. Just has. I'm really enjoying doing these chatty types of videos, so I hope that's okay for everyone. I will be doing some live streaming next week, I think, on Wednesday. Once again, keep an eye out on Instagram for that, in particular my Instagram stories. And if you subscribe, it should notify you when I am live. So if you'd like to join a live crafty chat where you can like chat to me live, there are a little text box you can chat in and hang out while I drink tea and knit something, then feel free. It would be great fun to hang and chill. But yes, I think that's everything I have to say. Thank you so much to all of you for watching, and I shall see you very soon in my next video. Bye!